All right, hello, welcome to another Wednesday afternoon. Yesterday was also Wednesday apparently, so I've messed that up. But we're here casting another IH, Lucky Devil and I.
Howdy.
This is just an in-house with random teams. Who are the captains? Did you follow?
Rosta was one of them, and I think it was Yang
Ah, okay.
was the other one, I
Probably
think.
similar to the last game.
Or no, are they on the same team?
All right, so
They're
on
on
the
the same team,
bottom.
so it can't be them.
Yeah,
It was Rosta, but I'm not sure who the other one was.
both
Oh,
captains
it was
picked
Mad
us.
Knight, I think. I'm pretty sure it was Mad Knight,
I see.
I think.
All right, so on the
Could be
bottom we have
completely wrong.
Rasta with Frigate, one Laser, one Wraith. Never seen that before, but interesting. Bobbin Hood with on Raven with EMP, Vio with five armor in the middle, Grow with mini ammo and one missile, Nox on carrier with six ints, and Yang Welly, which went back to get the extra energy for the bombard.
And then on OG, we've got Metamorphosis open, Plague on the OV. The Master started feedback. Looks like he got hit or traded. Looks like he traded with
I
Energy
think
with
they,
Babin already.
yeah, the EMP and the feedback traded. I think the
Yeah.
EMP comes out ahead on that usually.
Mini Emoto on the BC and Bombard on the Dreadnought with Kraken. And then top lane, we've got five into armor on the Dreadnought.
Five armor on the Dread should last a little bit longer against those missiles. Kraken's bombards, ooh, and that Mist Plague. Oh my god, the two bombards and the Mist Plague actually completely let the red team push. The only one is Lion. He is being overly aggressive as per usual, as one probably should be against the carrier.
Yeah. Looks like red team was maybe going to turn, but couldn't quite make it down the middle lane there.
Yeah, and I think Kush does know this. He's taking full advantage of the type of map that he knew that whether they fell down on the right, he would go through the middle, or if they fell down through the middle, then he would go on the right. But neither way, they were going to kill him.
Yeah.
And if they split, they wouldn't have enough firepower to kill him. So it was like a win-win-win. This is an interesting two people on top. Damn Good has been hurt for a long
Ooh.
time now.
Knox, well, he stopped cheating, but yeah, the levies, of course, winning against that carrier down there at the bottom.
I think Nox might be wondering why nobody's helping him.
Yeah, I guess he doesn't have warp yet, but I'm surprised he didn't go back and get it and try to warp up with the rest of his team and get some more farm.
Indeed, I tend to agree. Well, this is always going to be a little bit awkward because I think they're all afraid of the warp in on the levy.
Yeah,
Nox did opt for that extra int instead of the warp, so yeah, I think Nox is maybe just keeping an eye on the levy because otherwise the warp trick would be quite surprising. And I wonder if, the carrier being at his base, is it really that much of a disadvantage, or can he still farm relatively well with his ints?
well, let's see. Knox still high farm for his team. Not that far behind
Kush, exactly.
the levy, so yeah, didn't look like it worked out too bad.
So two of Kush's teammates have warped in on him. Everybody else is coming out slow, but they're not getting any farm.
Knox trading sides, trying to get away from that levy. He looks like he got scouts with level 8 scouts.
Level 8 scouts, only one scout spawned. Second scout coming in. Level 8 scouts are pretty badass, but they're not gonna kill Kraken. Ooh, Kraken has no armor and no
He's
energy
got,
from
yeah, he wants
Bombard.
the bombard open, so
Yeah. So the levy packed it up and went in.
acid spray and rapid regeneration. Looks like he's planning on sticking to that carrier, as he probably should.
Yeah. And that was one of the quickest upgrades I've ever seen. He just barely touched the upgrade ring at the base. As soon as he got those two, he backed right out. Oh, the bombard. I wonder what happened. OG went top and then he went bottom and now he's going back top against
Yeah,
the
he's just
carrier.
chasing this carrier around, but he's taking a lot of damage in the meantime here. I think it's because he's cutting through the
Ooh,
center.
the
I don't think.
Arb is in trouble. Arb's dead.
Oh, yeah.
They did not see that Yamato coming.
I
That
think
was.
it was the first Yamato of the game,
It
so
was. He held it.
I don't think they were expecting that.
He kept it.
That is
Oh,
gonna hurt, but they might pick up one of these dreads.
he he
Maybe.
has he has another Yamato coming though.
Yeah. It's gonna be pretty risky. Maybe they're just figuring do or die, right?
Maybe.
But it is, yeah,
Oh, two.
the BC is definitely gonna die.
Oh, that Yamato was wasted on that. He should have shot the Yamato on the daisies.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna matter though. It looks pretty over here.
Ovi is dead.
Yeah, Virovi's dying.
Oh, I don't know about over. I think it's actually a very even game at this point.
Well, 4-3, but they don't have any support.
That that
That's
will
gonna be their problem, I
that will
think.
make the difference. You're right. So unless the levy makes up for it right now, I don't think it's
Yeah,
gonna
unless
work.
he came in and somehow got a surprise kill.
Oh, look at those scouts kites. The skill involved in
Yep, we got the expert macro there. Micro.
micro indeed. He let them go a little bit too far. They did go in tentacle range, but keeping them at bay and getting them to hit on timing is actually they hit even faster if you play around with them like that than they would if they were to just
Yeah, 'cause
stroll.
they seem to fly around for a little bit before they go in for their next hit if you
Yeah,
just leave them on auto. Yeah.
yeah. So he decided that he'd rather send those 13 scouts now on one of the dreads. Ideally the one with the less armor, but I guess this one will have to do. Rasta has zero, or no, actually he's got 13 wraiths, but they are cloaked. Double launch on the levy, Yam on the levy. Levy has
Yeah,
four.
it's going to be hard for the Levy to do anything because he put a lot into energy, but he's going to be constantly EMP'd pretty much.
Yeah. Well, I still think even though the constant EMP, he can still regen. Regeneration only takes 100. His 100 comes back then faster than the 125 of the Raven, and the Raven has less energy. But you're right. He did put everything into those spells, not so much into other killing mechanisms here. And it looks like he's gonna continue going tense. I guess that's the only option here, right?
Yeah.
Hmm. I think he's also gonna need. They're gonna need cover to be able to cover the levy against those Yamatos. 18 scouts.
Eight. Yeah, I was just about to say 18.
Kraken is in real trouble.
He's got warp in now, so as soon as those die, he can just warp some more right in.
And there it is. You called it. And they're going back onto Kraken. Oh no, Kraken is actually dead, I think. Yeah, if he backs out, he's dead. I think he had a better option just running back to base. Oh, he survived. Do you see any
I don't
chance
like
here?
the rating bug that the in-house has though. 16-16. Have you noticed that?
Oh, that it's always considered an even match?
Yeah, if it's an in-house, yeah.
I think. I don't know if it's a bug. I think it's
I
actually
mean, I don't think
purposely
this is
done.
that imbalanced of them, but I've seen some ones where it's pretty lopsided and it's still 16-16.
I think it
Gotta get
makes
those imaginary points.
I think it's Kush. Him with his well, what's his ranking right now? 2,800. He doesn't want to lose like 28 points every time. So
Yeah, yeah. So instead, they get 16 points every time.
yeah, by default. Yeah. Oh, lion, lion, lion. I think a fast shooting Yamo is going to mess them all up, take them by surprise. And see, the problem now with the scouts swapping from side to side is that you really can't follow them. They're way too fast.
Yeah.
Look at that cover. The scouts at 3.3 speed. Kraken's element of surprise from down below didn't last very long. The carrier said, "Surprise! I have scouts." Carrier quick warp back on the field. 19 scouts. Doesn't have a lot of
Plasma
energy.
surge.
Yeah, he's got warpin and plasma surge on them. Plasma surge is extremely effective, but he doesn't have enough energy to run those spells properly.
Yeah, even though the levy is ahead in farm by 200 over that carrier, he just has to chase around those scouts, save all of his teammates.
Yep.
Makes it hard for him to attack anyone.
Oh, he's gonna get interrupted. Is he gonna get interrupted? Oh my god, he. What happened? I think secretly Nox let him over because he didn't want to be challenged to the farm.
We do have Frenzy here, so potential to kill something.
Someone will
Although
die.
there is DMAT now, so
There's no corruption and there's no um,
yeah, none
no
of the other,
bio
no
plasmid.
intercept.
Yeah, and no bioplasmid. So I think the element of surprise with all the splash damage would not work.
So this new skill, lock target, it makes them bigger and it gives them vision. What else does it do? Does it do anything else?
So it keeps vision in the cloud, but I think it also
Yeah.
keeps vision under the RB cloak. It doesn't, however, seem to work on the Void Ray cloak, which
Yeah,
was
I've noticed that. Yeah.
um,
And it also makes him bigger, so it makes him easier to hit from a distance and easier to hit with, like, say, a
a
torp.
Torp. Yeah, that's actually pretty much the only one, right? Because everything else is auto targeted. But I think it
Well, I
does.
mean, because he's bigger, he's actually his hitbox is, I think, a little bit closer, so he's a little bit more in range, if I understand correctly. Does that make
Yeah.
sense? Like,
So
so if
naturally,
the
naturally, it does it increases the weapons targeting that ship by 1.5 range. I don't know if it's in addition to that 1.5 if it does even more because of the radius increase.
oh,
If
it
that's what you're saying.
puts their range down. Okay, I thought it made. I thought because it was bigger, they became closer and easier to hit, but maybe I misunderstood that.
So it says here allows Raven to lock onto the enemy target,
And we might
increasing
have
the
a kill
range
here.
from which it can be reached with the ranged weapons and targeted abilities of nearby units by roughly 1.5. So yeah, so basically, like your missiles on the Frig that would have
Yeah, it would.
11 range would be hitting at like 12.5 or something.
Yes, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Oh, he missed the EMP.
Yeah, it'd be nice if it worked on the VR though. But I
Yeah,
guess the Raven already has like a lot of counters for the VR, so
yeah,
maybe they were thinking one more, maybe one too many. I don't know.
I agree with that, but I think the logic of canceling one type of a cloak versus another, I don't see that. Like either you can cancel both or you don't cancel either. It's a little weird that it's like, oh, it cancels this ship but not that ship. I mean, cloak is
Yeah,
cloak, right?
especially because Cloak is probably the deadliest on the VR
On
as
the
well
VR,
now.
indeed, exactly. That's what makes the VR what it is.
Yeah,
Well, at least in NA. Here it seems like Nova is like the best thing ever, but
at least in the beginning, right?
yeah.
So scouts up to 22,
Oh, I think
Frig
Wuhan is
missiles
dying.
up to 16.
Uh, Kraken needs to
See if we
cover
get
for
a
that.
Torp here. Looks like he's dropping back for a. There it is.
Oh man.
But
Oh
it
man.
tanked. Looks like it would have missed anyways, but.
But it did not kill the scouts. Did you notice that?
Oh yeah, we watched the nuke didn't kill them either. I
Yeah.
wonder why that happens.
Because scouts are invincible. It's just the tooltip doesn't say that, does it?
Yeah, because we saw the BC nuke do that yesterday, and it
Yeah.
didn't kill them. So very interesting. Makes the scouts an extra good combo because the ints would definitely be dead if the ints were on.
Yeah, the Ints were on him and they got completely obliterated. Oh. So it says the damage of the fusion torpedo cannot be blocked and reduces defensive abilities. The torpedo also ignites all affected units in 5 range with the blast dealing 1800 damage over 20 seconds. So maybe it's the over time? No, I don't get it.
Well, it should hit and then do damage over time. But I think it would seem like the torp would just do enough damage by default just to kill the scouts. Like, how many hit points do they have?
Yeah. Oh.
They have 321. I think torp just does a flat damage, right? It's not a certain amount to light and super amount to heavy. I don't think it's just 6,000 plus
Yeah,
the
that's again
damage
the
over time.
tooltip.
So
The tooltip doesn't
see,
say it, but I'm
it
sure
looks like it
it's
should just kill them outright.
yeah. Well, to be fair, I think it does say that it's 6,000 to massive. It says, yeah, close to an enemy massive unit dealing up to
Oh
6,000
yeah,
area
dealing
damage.
up to it. Yeah,
But
yeah.
there's
It doesn't
nowhere that,
actually say what it does to light, but it
yeah.
obviously does. Oh, we got a drifted torp. It's gonna miss. We're gonna see a vortex here, maybe.
And why
Or
would
are they
you?
just gonna let him go home?
Oh,
Or
oh,
maybe they'll save the vortex defensively like that.
oh! The levy decides to go back in.
I thought maybe it's safer in here.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, go back in the toilet where I crawled out of. An EMP on top of all of them. That would be, yeah. But I'm pretty sure that they all saw a big panic there when the levy did not fall in the toilet the first time.
Yeah. It's always scary when you see a Fed levy running at you.
Yeah. So I guess they're gonna warp back on the levy. This could be again dangerous unless they all warp out, which they are.
Yep. Coordinated warps here.
The carrier's not gonna it's not gonna miss that opportunity. He's gonna farm a little bit more and then warp himself. So we had 19 missiles on the frigate, 6 lasers on BC. BC has gone all energy with 650 energy and non-stop Yamato. And then
Low
Babin.
armor on both these dreadnoughts. Pretty tanky.
Yeah, so I think it's a good strategy. In fact, what they're doing is they're really just tanking everything for the levy, and the levy just saves himself to get that opportunity. Oh, he's warping on top to deal with the scouts.
Yeah, if they didn't have a BC to lock them down, it would be quite difficult actually, because they could eventually get enough energy where they just have constant profilled and then it'd be really hard to damage them.
Yep.
But thankfully they do have that BC for lockdown. Oh, we do see
Oh, oh, the
frenzy,
carrier's in trouble.
but they've got that beam that
And here's the cover at
going
work.
down far fast here. But he's got
He
healing now.
he actually the scouts can't target him because of the cover, right? So that's what the use of the cover is.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
That's funny.
Scouts up to 29 now.
Putting the irradiate spell on the Desis so that they can't stack. It's quite devious. So it looks like the Levy has all of the abilities minus the plasmid. He's
Coming in,
he's going for it
doing
again.
a good amount of damage. He does have to get past almost 4,000 before he breaks that DMAT.
3,800, yeah. The 9 shields give it, bring it up to 3,800.
Yeah, 200 each. So yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
3,200 or 3,800.
Oh, I didn't know. I just actually looked at the upgrade on the ship. But
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
but doing the math works even better if the tooltips are actually right. Oh, oh. I also don't really like how this lock-on goes through rocks. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense, does it?
Yeah, that does seem pretty OP.
Like it's like everything gets stopped by rocks, but that. So it's interesting that the Levy actually was able to handle the scouts with only 23 tentacles. Oh, now they're separated, and I think Nox just used
They
the
are
spell.
separated, but he is going down quite fast. Does have animosity, so he's getting stronger here and more damage. Oh, it looks
Yeah,
like
the
he's
frigate's
gonna die.
dying. Oh
Wow.
my god! Oh my god! He's actually
Oh,
fine.
he's gonna heal. He's gonna heal.
He's
Is it
fine.
going to? He's got cover, so this stuff, the
It,
inch should hit him, but the
there's no nuke.
oh,
There's no
that
nuke.
was kind
The
of
irradiate is going to be a problem. They irradiate.
He's trying to stay in that cover. He's trying to stay in the cover,
He's
trying to get away.
he's getting hurt by
Healing
the
in a few
irradiate.
seconds.
No, he
Oh, he
doesn't
didn't.
have heal.
He didn't.
He gets
He got
EMP'd.
EMP'd. He got EMP'd.
He's
200, 100.
he's
Oh, he
healed.
got it.
Oh my god.
That was intense, folks. That
That
was
could have been the
intense.
game both ways.
Yeah,
Incredible.
that was pretty crazy.
Everybody's laughing at it.
Yep.
That
That's the only thing you can do, right? Just
no
laugh.
non-stop irradiate and non-stop EMP and
I don't think
Rasta
Rust was so
leaves.
laughing at it, but
Yeah.
everybody else. Yeah, that was very close. That definitely changes the game. The farm has gotten a lot closer now. They're only 200 farm away.
I wish I could continue casting this. I
Oh, can you not?
I have to run.
Oh,
I did not
that
expect
is
this game to go this long.
it's only half an hour.
Oh man,
You expected one of the teams to lose that fast on in and house. Shame,
I
shame.
know. Whenever there's a
I
carry
would have
ration,
casted if I had known that. Yeah, you didn't have much time. Oh well.
I have to drive the kids to their activities.
Alrighty.
All right. Well, it's been fun. I will post this, but I well,
The
oh,
half of it.
wait. Maybe this is
You can
ending
always
here.
post the replay if people want to see the replay.
Oh, it's true.
Oh my goodness. Oh my.
Oh, if Babin
Burning,
was,
but he's gonna make it back. Wow. But that the
oh, the BC is
BC
dead.
is gonna be in trouble here.
The BC is dead. Yeah. He can't save him. I don't think there's anything he can put a.
BC is full, so
Oh, corruption.
yeah, looks like he's gonna get away. Oh, and blackout on the dreadnought there. Yeah, the levy's too low to.
I love the tactics of having double cover Desi cover the levy from scouts and from any other damage. This is
Yeah,
really fantastic
and they could
strategy.
actually. I don't know if they're doing it. I haven't been paying attention, but they could be alternating these
I do
covers
believe
as
they
well.
are. Well, now they
Okay.
both have it on at the same time, but
Yeah, now they both have it on, but
I
yeah, you
noticed
could
that as well
alternate.
that they actually turned it off. You see, Kraken turned it off, and Agent has it on.
Yeah, Kraken has his off now. I like that you can see that now, visually,
Yes,
the
yes,
radius.
that is a
Also,
cue
the
for
radius
both.
goes down when you don't have any shields.
Yeah, so
Smaller
there's a
radius, which
couple
is
of
pretty
things.
cool
One
too.
is when you don't have shields, and the other one is when you don't have a guy next to you that you're covering. When you do, it seems like it increases ever so slightly, but I'm
Oh
not
yeah?
sure of the
Hmm.
mechanics of it exactly. Oh man. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna set
Yeah,
it
I
on.
would just post the replay as well, because this looks like it might be a pretty good game. Or I'll post the replay. I'll give you the replay, just in case you want to post that with the
I'll
video, since it's only going to be half a video.
I'll set it on OG Kush's view and let it run.
All right, sounds good.
All right. Thank you. Thanks, Lucky. Bye.
See ya. Will do. Yep, we got to turn around here. And that defensive shield does absorb 3,100 before it goes off, so quite a lot of damage still. And the DMAT now absorbing 4,200 before it goes off.
Upgrade complete.
Scouts on the carrier up to 30. Hints at 19. They'll be coming on the side here.
Upgrade complete.
And red team warps back. We've got a siege. With a nuke coming in, it looks like, maybe. Yep, here it comes. Ooh, Kraken is going down fast. E-shields pop. And it looks like he is done. I am looking to turn, but he's probably going to get vortexed, unfortunately. That is the tough part about this. So many ways to stop him and absorb damage right now. Looks like he might need some cover here. Those Yamatos are taking a toll. One more coming. And 250. And he is gone. It looks like that's going to be game. They almost made a good turnaround there. It was a good effort for sure after losing their support and being a ship down. Definitely a good try.